Let's cross now to Bachar El-Halabi, who joins us from Istanbul. He's a political analyst focusing on the Middle East and North Africa. So, Bachar, this inquiry into the blast is important, right? Even beyond the blast itself, there's a much bigger issue here. Can this new Lebanese government do this? Can it establish accountability and trust?
This is absolutely not going to be the case. The current Lebanese government is a byproduct of the power balance in the country, and it's simply a facade of the different portions of the power shared among the different sectarian constituencies. Najib Mikati has made sure to appeal to all the sectarian ruling parties that are complicit in the August 4 explosion, and he made sure to distribute government portfolios according to their wishes and their demands. And this goes beyond the number of ministers to also include which ministerial portfolio suits which sectarian party. So basically betting on this government to actually attain justice, or to give momentum and support to the current investigator, and to give support to the probe into the August 4 port explosion is simply a pipe dream. And mind you, yesterday, the government, while it convened in order to discuss this issue following the fiery speech by the Secretary General of Hezbollah that accused the general prosecutor and the investigator of politicizing the investigation. The government convened yesterday, and somehow a majority in government, represented by the ministers of Hezbollah, of Amal, also a Shia Lebanese political party, and of Al-Marada, which is a Christian political party represented in government, they all called for an illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional move to remove the investigation portfolio from Judge Bitar's hands and move it into someone else's hands. So betting on this government is definitely not the right thing to do. And Judge Bitar right now stands firm. However, he simply enjoys the support of the families of the victims of the port blast, in addition to a public opinion that is pushing towards and pressing towards knowing the truth behind what went down on August 4, 2020 in Beirut.
I mean, from the outside, this appears to be such a cynical tactic. You get summoned to testify. You immediately file a complaint against the judge. Even if that doesn't go anywhere, it still delays the process. But because there is a legal system in Lebanon still, how long can this stand, this tactic?
Right now, we're seeing a massive competition between a sectarian ruling elite, a criminal sectarian ruling elite, and a public servant who is simply and merely trying to do his job. And it really boils down to that. We have politicians that believe they are above the law, they act as gods, and they think that they're untouchable. And part of their struggle with Judge Bitar right now, and part of their refusal even to show up for the investigation, is in order to attain and retain this sense of impunity that reigns supreme in Lebanon and continues to reign supreme since over half a century. It dates back to the crimes committed during the Civil War, and it goes beyond the Civil War to the crimes that were committed in the post-war era, in addition to the recently the economic and fiscal crime committed by this criminal sectarian ruling elite by basically squandering away the wealth of the nation. So impunity here, and retaining this impunity, is very important to them, which will cause them to never cave to the judge in general, because this might cause a snowball effect, and this is what they're terrified from.
Yeah, and it's incredible how one issue can ultimately potentially be a verdict on the entire system itself. Bachar El-Halabi, thanks for joining us.